Corey, what are you expecting out of Toronto this week? They're a team that's playing for jobs for next season.
Yeah, I know obviously that staff very well, and a lot of those players, they take pride in their performance. So I expect their best effort, man. And who knows what they do as far as roster and how they put it out there, but whoever's out there has definitely got something to play for. So I don't care how you cut it. That head coach and that staff have won a lot of games, and so have those players. So we got to be on it.
What have you seen? What's been Campbell's injury this season? Is it a concussion or is it a different sort of injury?
Yeah, it's upper body. It's not a concussion though. So he's close.
He's close. What Brett Lauther is he expected to go this week? I know he's been dealing with the back injury, or has a decision been made with him?
Yeah, no decision yet. We had the kicker swing him today, so we'll sit down and review the tape, and then we'll make our decision.
I saw Michael Hughes doing some kicks after practice here. What do you guys like about him, and why bring him in?
Yeah, just a kid. He's got a big leg. Look, he can be mad, but yesterday he looked at me. He said, "Yeah, thanks, Coach. What position do you coach?" That's great, and he's still here actually. So good on him. But no, he's a great kid, man. He's successful college career, and we brought him in here just to see if it could be a solution, and also just added competition. As we push towards the back end of the season into the playoffs. Like always, we're going to try to find the best person to put out there at any position. So just another option for us.
Your defensive backfield could have three guys who weren't even here at training camp starting this week. What's the expectation of them, and how do you ensure that they're ready to go and that there's no fall off?
Yeah, the expectation doesn't change. Sadly in this in any sport, it's an opportunity for guys to step out there if need be, and we got to execute the game plan. We're not slowing down for anybody. So. Those guys know it, and it's us as coaches to make sure that they're as prepared as possible, and also their teammates, to communicate that on the field. So, the expectation won't change.
Corey, coming into the season, I remember you saying volunteering actually something to the effect of watch out for Aaron Patrick on special teams. Safe to say, as advertised?
Yeah, I think people understand what I meant on that. He can set the tone of the game pretty quick in the opening kickoff, and he's just Coach Kent Majiri calls him junkyard dogs. So he's one of those. He loves running down there, and he loves contact, and he's making plays, and he's playing defense too. So heck of a player. We knew what to expect when getting him, and he's been that.
Corey, when you saw this team for the first time as a group in Saskatoon, either at the first meeting or early in camp, did you notice something, maybe an intangible or something about this team that led you to think that maybe it would be on the trajectory it's on right now?
I think just, until you start getting more reps at practice, you kind of have an idea, but you never know until you play the games. But, as we looked at it on paper, just, the guys that we retained, on top of the additions that we added in the spots that we felt we needed a little bit of help. You'd hope that you'd be a better version of what you were the year before, and I thought we were a competitive team, obviously, last year. So, just ultimately, even if you look in the last few weeks, it doesn't matter really. You got to go out there and prove it every week in a tough league. So, happy obviously to this point, but not really satisfied with we haven't scratched where we need to get to yet. And the guys know that, and they're excited to continue to work, which is awesome.
Mike Rose played game 101 of his CFL career last weekend. I asked him what the difference was. He says, my competitive nature and the fact that I want to be better each and every week. Is that what you see in him and that makes him successful?
Yeah, with Mike, we always have sidebar conversations about exactly that and different things that he wants to execute throughout the game, or talking over his plan and how he thinks that he can affect the game. And not a lot of guys always do that. It's not that they keep to themselves or whatever, but he's always thinking beyond the game plan and other things that he can do within it. So he's a professional, and he's always been available, which always helps. He's made a lot of plays throughout his career, and certainly he's still continuing to make some. So just like we were talking about before, another guy when we added to the roster, we thought that it can only help the position, and it has.
Thomas Bertrand-Houdon returns to the lineup, and he talked about the mental obstacle that he had to overcome to get back into the lineup. You've had to overcome injuries. Can you coach that into a player to help him get through what might be a tough time?
Yeah, everybody's different. You know, the mental aspect is always kind of tough. Just sitting out and watching you know, your brothers be able to do the work that you want to do, but then also just believing in the confidence that whatever injury that you're recovering from, that you're still operating at you know, at the same speed and same power and stuff that you had before. But like anything, man, you're not going to know until you go and do it. So, you know, the best thing you can do is just tell those guys, you know, you've been cleared. You just trust that process and go play. You know, unfortunately, in this sport, the injury rate is hovering somewhere around 100% at some point. So if you're out there, you just got to go. You can't think about that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thanks,
Coach.
Coach.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.